What's up, y'all? It's me again here in the nice interweb space. And if you're seeing this, my name's May, and this is the Perlinwood channel. One thing of the many that have been on my mind, and considering the timing, I don't know if it's because of everything's connected, but I don't know if the energy specifically a retrograde planet or the moon activity, because the moon and the nodes right now are hitting, they're meeting up, and like I said in my other video, embracing new levels of being. um it's just a time of fate as well as destiny. I was about to say date, and I'm like, date, timing. It all flows. But one thing that I want to talk about and just get it out there, and it's controversial, so I can only imagine how it's going to go. But if in 2025 you're okay, if in 2025 you're still trying to do anything to, for, or with the patriarchy, I just have to give you a potential rude awakening. Because after some thought and some reflection, I have come to the life school educated conclusion that the patriarchy was never a fucking thing. And that sentence alone would probably piss somebody off for days. Okay? The patriarchy was never a fucking thing. Okay? And this is coming from a woman at 222 that women's individual, which becomes collective, women's individual lack of accountability for the self. Okay? We're not taking accountability because other people outside of us are griping. We are taking accountability because it is in our divine design to do such. Because when you are granted a body with a womb, you are also granted direct connection and access to all the information there is. And that too is what is genuinely meant when they say a woman needs to know her worth. It has nothing to do with being mean to men. It has nothing to do whether you choose to carry kids or not. It has nothing to do whether you want to work and have a job and all these other things. And that's not to downplay or not give credit to all the hard work that women before us and the women to come after us and the women right now that have and are and will continue to make the world a better place. Okay, but we're not going to do is blame it on the patriarchy. And what we're not going to do is just automatically fake like having a matriarchy is just going to fix things. Because this ties in a little bit to my own personal lore. So you're welcome. But I have up close and seen women blame men for their lack of, I'm trying to keep things a little bit more PG, for their lack of self-maintenance and for their lack of self-reflection and everything that has to do with the self first. When, and I said that at 444, when you as a woman do not adhere to that and then choose to blame it on men, and then men and males do their best to build a life, and build their manhood based off lies and based off lack of respect for the self, based off unwillingness to live in reality, unwillingness to take a look in the mirror, and an unwillingness to just say, hey, you know what? I might have moved too fast. You know what? I might have been too mean. You know what? I might have just done something to myself, done something, didn't think about it, and now I'm in a situation I don't want to be in. But instead of doing that, a good majority, a lot of, can't say all, that's all, that will always be statistically incorrect. When talking about things like this anyway. Majority of women just decide to blame men. And quite frankly, that's not helping nobody. It's not helping you, and it's not helping the male, and it's not helping anybody that comes in contact with said female who would rather create a realm of illusion and a realm of deception instead of just telling the truth. And then generations of men and women that have to go through this very, very, very subtle form of psychological warfare. It just creates a lot of fake solutions. Like, nothing's really being solved. It's just keeping more people quiet and more people sedated and people jumping into dynamics just to prove the other party wrong or prove the other party right. When in reality, I'm like, we were all given a divine design, women and men, and it is our divine responsibility as well as our divine right to take care of that. Okay? And I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just highly, highly disappointed in my fellow ladies. Okay? And I'm the type that stays to myself. But this is after years of realizing that a lot of females lie and a lot of females blame it on males. And I'm like, they don't have the same design as you. So why are you expecting them to be you for you? Okay. And also, from an empowerment standpoint, anything that comes in me and comes out of me, why would I be scared? Why would I feel the need to blame something on you when I am the direct portal? And that's just part of my self-confidence, okay? Nothing that needs me to be granted access to a new level of life. I'm just going to stick to the curriculum, and I'm just going to make sure that, I stick to the rubric and remind people of the rubric when they want to act as if they forgot. Okay? Because that's another thing about Earth. Most of us on the planet right now, we were born into the realm. Kids, please stay out of the street. We were born into the realm where we had to have our time with the veil of forgetfulness, the veil of amnesia, whatever you want to call it. Okay? But this is a very real and true phenomenon. Like, we have all forgotten, and we are all being reminded, we are all being shook to be woken up to the truth. Okay? So, what are my main points? The patriarchy was never real. Okay? The patriarchy became a thing because there were a lot of illusions and a lot of lies. Okay? And I'm not going to, this isn't to negate males' raggedy fucking behavior. Let's not say that before the comments, oh, you're pick me, you're male centered. Y'all just love to say anything y'all done seen on the internet. This ain't that over here. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Second point, as a lady, as a carrier of a womb, regardless of however you choose to identify yourself in this realm, in this earth, in this moment in time, regardless of how you choose to identify yourself, you were given a body. Okay. And you have a divine responsibility and you have a divine right to look after it in the proper ways and to tap in to the layers beneath and beneath and beneath and beneath so you can have access to the layers and beyond and beyond and beyond. Okay. We are all waking up so we can dissolve the illusion of separation. Everything's connected. Everybody's connected. Okay. But yes, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I'm disappointed in the lack of empowerment that I see in people. Okay. And considering that everything's connected, it's not necessarily something, it's definitely something I've been heavily detached from, but it's not something that I ignore. And it's just tacky. It's 2025, baby. Okay. How you have a coochie and you don't know how to make stuff. That's why sisterhood is a thing and people want to be jealous. I don't know. Just some food for thought, really. But I would say that's the end of my train of thought of anything. I just want us to do better. I just want the world to be better for the little ones, really. Okay. Like, I accept that I was born into this and I accept that I was here to make it better. And that's it. I got to do it in my own way. And my strong Southern woman roots, sometimes they come out. Okay. Okay. I got it honest my whole life. So I don't mean no harm. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the video, and that's more of a disclaimer. I don't mean no harm. I just got that southern blood, and it just don't be making sense. It just don't make sense. But all right, I'm just rambling at this point. We'll chat in another video. Do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, comment, keep it cute, keep it respectful, and let's just have more conversations. Mwah. Mwah.